What is up, guys? Santa here. And yesterday when I said I'd be back with more code cards, today is that day. Spoilers. It's actually the same day for me, but it's different days for you guys. So, I am Santa. This is the Poke Workshop. It's not the Poke shirt. It's the Poke Workshop. If you are new here, hi, I'm Santa. I already said that. This is the Poke Workshop. I said that too. If you like my TCG, like, comment, sub. But when you're in the comments, I have two questions for you. One, should I open my super premium collection or should I trade it into other goods? Two, what deck should I play? Yesterday I was talking while I was opening other code cards and I was yapping, saying that I have a tournament on Thursday. Yesterday was Tuesday, which means today is Wednesday when you guys are seeing this. I have a tournament on Thursday, which means I have exactly one day to figure out which of my three top choices, I should say, that I want to play for this tournament. Now, this tournament, they are giving away Japanese Glory of Team Rocket booster packs. So, like, I'm definitely trying to win, but I'm also trying to have some fun. And, like, the scene here is, like, fairly competitive, but not, like, uber crazy optimized competitive. I also don't know how many people are actually going to be there, because I was talking with one of my buddies, and I know that he will not be there because he's prepping for Portland Regionals. However, I want to know, should I play Poison Archaludon, try and get some early game donks? Should I play Goldengo, take some big one-shots? Or should I play Joltik Box to turn things into big knockouts and just turbo through the game as quickly as I can? Hard to say. At this point, I'm leaning either Goldengo or Joltik Box. The Joltik Box deck that I built, maybe I'll link it over there, has been doing pretty well recently. Also, if you check out that video over there, please do bear in mind, I've swapped the Ace spec. It is not Precious Trolley, it is now Prime Catcher. Make no mistake. But I've been having a whole lot of fun with that deck. I love Iron Hands EX. I love Iron Hands as a Pokemon. I think he's really, really silly. He's both very good in VGC and super good in the card game. But Joltik Box is really, really fun. Great way to turbo up Iron Hands, to just be able to start taking big knockouts and take the pace of the game and kind of flip it on its head in your favor. So that's something that I'm currently looking at. But I'm also just a huge Goldengo stan, so I'm considering playing Dango just for the dangs of it. Love me some Rillaboom. Modern Age Incineroar. Yo. This is not the correct Aegislash. Had a comment of someone asking me to do an Aegislash wall deck, and I'm definitely planning on doing that soon. Gorgeous, gorgeous Glaceon V. Espeon VMAX? Yo, I have this. I have this IRL even. How am I just finding out you can click and drag like that? Anyway. So, those are the three decks that I'm looking at right now. Like, Poison Bridge would be really, really fun, because you do hit some pretty insane numbers if you're able to poison your own Archaludon, get your Binding Mochi, get a Kieran going, get Monkey Dory spread. So, like, it definitely has really good things going for it. But you know me, you know I love Goldengo, so, like, it's tempting to just play Goldengo because he's fun, and he's one of my favorite decks, and, like, definitely the deck I have the most practice with. But I have been putting in my hours with Joltik Box. Make no mistake, I've been putting in my hours, and, like, frankly, that just seems like a really, really smart deck. I don't think most people in my local scene pay as close attention to, like, decks that are doing well as I do. I think they, like, have, like, a very good knowledge of, like, what's going on in the metagame, but, like, when I tell you that all of my free time is spent with YouTube in the background, bear in mind that it is, like, 98% Pokemon and, like, 2% Overwatch. Shout out Zenyatta, we love you, my boy. But that is to say that I do a whole lot of research on Pokemon. When I'm lying in bed, I will, like, look at Limitless deck lists. I have the screenshot folder on my phone for deck lists from Limitless TCG is absolutely insane. which is to say, I don't think a whole lot of people will see Joltik Box coming. My buddy who is going to the Portland Regional this weekend, he is playing Iono Miraidon. I tried to convince him to look into Joltik. Yo, Naganabil Guzzlord is a crazy looking card. I love the Ultra Beasts, personally. Anyway, I was gently trying to nudge my friend into looking into the Joltik aspect of running Miraidon. And he said, oh yeah, I'll look into it for sure. I showed him my deck list, and he's like, oh yeah, this looks kind of fun. Then like 2 weeks later, after I came back from my sister's wedding, which, shout out once again, I got all of these code cards from my sister, my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law's son. I don't really want to name drop them just because I don't want to like, I don't want to call them out. So I guess I can give them different names. So thank you, Nancy, I love you. Thank you, Mario, I love you. Thank you, King, I love you. Now, are those their real names? You'll never know, and I will never tell. But, yo, just 15 trainer points? Is it really that old that it just gave trainer points? That's crazy town. Oh yeah, because the Pikachu V Union. I guess I already have those, so they're just giving trainer points for it. That makes sense. But, shout out to them. Got all these code cards from them. They're actually going to be there on Thursday. I've been trying to get them to go to this card shop for an absolute minute now. And they said that they will come on Thursday because there's a tournament, so they can show support. And I think that's really, really cute. But, oh gosh, I lost full train of thought. That's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Anyway, we'll just jump even further back. So my friend, going to the Portland Regional, tried to convince him to play Joltik Box. And he was like, oh yeah, I'll look into it. Oh, cool. We're back up to speed. A couple weeks later, came back from my sister's wedding. Once again, congratulations to my sister. Came back from her wedding, went back to my local, and he's like, okay, cool, since you have every deck built, let's run some practice matches. And I, being a little sneaky little guy, actually not little, I'm 6 feet tall. Anyway, being a sneaky little guy, as we were doing setup, my basic Pokemon to start the game was Miraidon EX, and I know that he was playing Miraidon because that is the only deck that he really plays. I'm like, alright buddy, you ready to have some fun? Oh yeah, always. Flip over our cards, he sees Miraidon, he's like, oh. And then, I say this with no hate, all the respect in the world. We played games. He did not do well in the matchup. It's a very, very difficult matchup. Proceeded to keep playing. After the match, asked him if he wanted to switch decks to try out different matchups. He said, nah, I want to run that one back. I'm like, okay. After another match, I asked him the same question again. He said, nah, I want to run that back. After another match, I asked him again, hey, do you want to switch decks? He said, no, I really want to get like some good practice in against this matchup. Man's lost 7 in a row to my Joltik Box deck. And I think from the sounds of it, he actually has not changed his deck list. He made it sound like he was going to do some more research and he might swap over to my list. But as he's been oh, so cute. So cute. As he's been texting me today, he was talking about getting higher rarity Iono cards, so his deck is like all blinged out and ready to go. So I don't think he actually changed his list. But all of that is to say, I've really been enjoying playing Joltik Box. I've definitely put in some good hours, not just against him, but I'm kind of low-key leaning towards Joltik Box. Just because it does have a lot of really good matchups across the board. I guess bad matchups would be like Terra Box. Seems like a pretty awkward matchup. Raging Bolt can be a tough matchup, but frankly, with enough bosses orders, you can kind of get away with anything. I'm also really fortunate that Raging Bolt decks have swapped in what they typically run. In that, like, it's now a heavier like Hoot Hoot Noctowl lineup. Oh, this is so sick. So it's a heavier Hoot Hoot and Noctowl lineup, so like that makes it a little bit easier. They run the Fan Rotom, which makes it a little bit easier. But like, if they start putting big monsters on board, big pocket monsters, if they start putting big Pokemon on board, like just slapping down big basic after big basic, it can be pretty tough to actually find those knockouts. At least with Iron Hands, but I guess that's what Pikachu is in the deck for as well. So like, maybe there's more merit there. And like, plus if things start going, like, either start going south, or if like generically you just start getting towards the end of the game, Blood Moon or Saluna can do a whole lot of heavy lifting for you. So like, maybe it's worth. Feels pretty strong. I would argue those are the two hardest matchups, and like Raging Bolt, even at that, is like kind of a 50-50. It's been said that it doesn't have a good Gardevoir matchup, but frankly, in my experience, I don't really wholeheartedly believe that, because it's a bunch of single prize Pokemon that you can turn into a 2-prize Pokemon. We actually have a couple of these now online. That's kind of fun. Flaffy? Why'd they make... Oh, because you're Dynamotor. Just kidding. It's like, why did they make Flaffy into a gold card? Because it's one of the best abilities to ever exist in the game. Yo, shout out Dynamotor. It's actually coming back in the form of Electric in the Black Bolt and White Flare sets. No idea which of the two it'll be in. I'm really curious how they're gonna split up that set, make it feel worth it. I mean, it'll feel worth it to the collectors, of course, regardless, but like, I'm curious from like a competitive standpoint if one of those sets is going to be better than the other one. I feel like they know what they're doing. They're going to try their best to like make them pretty even. I just think it's awkward that like they're actually doing a split version set, which like feels like the video games, but like in modern times you don't even have to have both versions of the game to be able to get all the Pokemon. So like, I don't know, man. Feels kind of awkward if you ask me. Yo, Hisui and Samurott though? Hisui Samurott though? Oh dude, I love this Flapple. Absolutely love that Flapple. Love the Chandelure as well. Huge Chandelure fan, as you can probably tell. Yo, also Tattoo Tour. I don't actually get to like show these guys off very often, at least not well. Yeah. Definitely planning on getting more work done soon on the tattoo front, but as I mentioned in my last video, the artist that I was using for all my Pokemon tattoos passed away a while ago, and it's been a difficult time to actually find like A, someone that I trust, B, someone that like understands the vision, and like, I don't know, it's also just kind of hard because like David and I had grown rather close, so like it just like feels really weird to see another tattoo artist that's not him, I guess. Like there are more talented artists in my area. I just like not like the biggest fan of them, you know? Like the quality of their work differs based on how much they actually enjoy the project, and to me that's just like not really the way to go about it. Especially being a person who is a chef in real life and has worked in many a highbrow kitchen. This is super sick art. I love this. Love Melanie. As someone who's worked in many a highbrow kitchen, like, you're not going to enjoy every single thing that you make, but like, you should definitely, if you're going to put your name on something, I personally believe you should give it your all, you know? Like, maybe I'm corny for that, but I just think it's important. I just think it's important, you know? But got to actually show off Tattoo Tour. Very fun, very cool. Love me some Chandelure. I guess the Pikachu is the one exception, just because I have like old school Pikachu tattooed. But all my other Pokemon tattoos are either Ghost, Poison, or Dark. Just because those tend to be my favorite Pokemon. Which is crazy because like my favorite Pokemon of all time is Piplup, which is none of those types. Then Goldango, which is a ghost type Pokemon. Yo, sick Alcremie. And then Flygon, which is also none of those 3 types, but I also really love Dragon type Pokemon. I think they look really cool. As a kid, I always thought they were neat looking, and yeah, I feel like a lot of kids would tell you that dragons are like the coolest thing in the world, so I don't really feel bad being a Dragon type fan. I think that's pretty understandable. But Dragon Tamer was like the coolest trainer class of all time. So like, that's cool. It's about where we're at. Got Darkness Ablase. Let's go. Now, again, most of these are going to be used for the points that they offer. So I'm hoping to actually get like a decent amount of duplicates through these so I can get a bunch of points and some trade credits and whatnot. So I definitely got some trade credits from my last banking of code cards, but kind of spent them on like some Gengar stuff. Also, I'm going to pause real quick so I can text my... Alright, any other wife havers in the chat? Let's go. Love my wife. Where's my mouse? Found my mouse. Found my mouse. Alright, let's go. Let's open up some Brilliante Starinos. Alright. So got 280 trade credits out of this, which is pretty good. Doing well on the trade credit front. Anyway, spent a bunch of my trade credits on Gengar N, which I'm still working out the kinks of. I'm planning on... This is a super sick art, actually, with Mustard hopping out the way. Hoping to iron out the kinks of that deck and be able to show it off here soon. Because, like, I have a version in real life that uses N Zoroark, but, like, kind of only uses it as a draw engine, and I would really love to be able to actually incorporate some of the N cards. Just because, like, it's already a Darkness type deck, so, like, the ability to copy some of your benched Pokemon seems really strong. The problem I'm currently running into is actually, like, if you're playing the N deck, right, and you basically, okay, yeah, so let's break this down a little bit further. If you're playing the N deck and you are playing specifically N Zoroark and you are playing N Darmanitan, the problem is, if you copy the attack of your N Darmanitan, you will discard all energy from your N Zoroark, which is like fine and dandy, but that means that you will then also have to play N's PP up, so you can reattach the energy from your discard pile onto your benched N's Pokemon, which is also like a slight issue because like they have to be on your bench, so then you have to like move things to the bench, which means you probably want to play N's Castle, and like you just end up throwing so much stuff in the deck. So I'm really trying to work that one out because I do think that it has some potential, but I do want it to retain like its identity as a Gengar deck, you know what I mean? So we're still playing 3 copies of Gengar. It might drop down to 2. I really don't want to though, just because again I like being able to have that ability. If your opponent attaches an energy from their hand, their Pokemon takes 2 damage counters, which is really good. It does stack, so if hypothetically you were to have 4 Gengars on board and your opponent attached an energy from hand, they are taking 80 damage just by doing so, which is like a little crazy, a little, you know, wacky, a little go-go. I've made that reference a few times now. If you guys know that video, huge shout out. And if you don't, look up I'm a Pretty Normal Guy on YouTube and enjoy it. Just enjoy it. It is some of the silliest stuff. Yo, Flygon Propagander. Let's take, you know what? Flygon Propagander. Let's take a good look at that. Propaganda. Got Kindler. Sick little artwork. Too bad it's at, okay. I did not realize that the rainbow right next to it was another copy of Kindler. Let's go. Sick little card. Shame it's an F block card. But you legitimately, you cannot win them all. I've been saying that since basically day one. You can't win them all. It's just the way it is. It's like trying to turn your friend Jamal into your friend named Juan. You can't Juan Jamal. It's a bit of a reach, whatever. If your name is Juan or Jamal, shout out. Thanks for being here, dog. Schwhatever. Alright. Spring 22 collector's chest. If I'm not mistaken, the Spring 22 chest was the Arceus chest, which recently people were actually going pretty crazy for. Because that was one of the most reliable ways to get Evolving Skies in 2025. Collect all. Let's see what we got here. Got a bunch of yeller borders. Got a Simisear. Yo, if you are an Elemental Monkeys fan, just know that I am your fan. Sick. Super, super sick trainer gallery. That's absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yo, this is a sick little Sydney art too. I love that. Love Sydney. 20 out of 10. Love Cyrus too. It's like one of my favorite Boss's Orders artworks. And I realize we've had like a bajillion Boss's Orders at this point. Personally, my favorite one is actually Getsis playing chess. I think that one is crazy, crazy cool. Love the strategy of it, and like, it also just kind of... Oh, we got an actual Pokemon card in here too. Let's see what it is. But I love it because like, both Pokemon BGC and Pokemon TCG are basically a chess match, but different. Got a Whisper. Oh, he's so sad. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry that you're sad. Yo, can I grab 10s or what? There are 2 more code cards in my hand. Absolutely rolling 10s. Don't roll 10s. Don't fight with people. It's not very cool. If you fight with people, sometimes you're gonna get hurt. It's not something you want. Anyway, back to Pokemon. I keep saying it. I think Joltik Box might be the way that I'm leaning, because like, I really love Goldengo. It can suffer from like bricky starts sometimes, and I'm a person that doesn't really like to play from behind. Yo, dummy doll, this artwork goes dummy, dude. Ooh, it's like, oh, I see. It's like the shadow of Mimikyu here, and then a portrait of Mimikyu as well. I was like freaking out. Love the little Gengar doll in the background too. This is actually such a gorgeous card. Might try and get that for the PC. Yo, another one of these. These are so sick. Love that Zekrom artwork so much. That's one that I might also try and snag for the PC. Because, like, there's not a whole lot of things that I collect explicitly for, like, personal collection. But I do have a small stash of stuff. Like, it's definitely, like, I don't know. A lot of it's just, like, Pokemon that are tattooed upon me, but I also definitely love like certain trainer cards. Like I mentioned it before, N is one of my favorite Pokemon trainers of all time. I think he's very, very cool. I like the Black and White like did the whole truth versus ideals storyline. I think it's very, very cool. I also just recently watched a video on the lore of N, and specifically like the relic crown and all of the relic items from that secret area in Black and White, which I think is really, really cool. Yo, Aboma Snow and Might Yenna trainer gallery. I love this Might Yenna art so much. I think it's so, so cute. I have that one in real life as well. Yo, we got a lot of trade-ins off of that. That's crazy credits, bro. That's crazy town credits. We're gonna be able to build a couple of things, which is really, really exciting. I have a couple of deck lists that like I'm just missing like 2 to 3 cards on. So I really want to build Tank Terapagos. I don't have the Bouffalance IRL, otherwise I would potentially try and bring that on Thursday, which is tomorrow. But I just can't seem to find anyone that actually has them. But I have everything needed for like Archaludon Poison. The build I currently have only runs 2 Archaludon, but I think that's kind of fine. So he's really hard to KO. It's a heavy Night Stretcher list, so like if he does get KO'd, you can bring him back with relative ease. But also, since it is that poison list, it has to kind of run a large Night Stretcher count. So you're going to be using Squawkabilly and Ultra Ball and Carmine, Professor's Research. You're going to be getting rid of a lot of your resources. Yo, another Heatran VMAX. A third Starmie V Astral Radiance Trainer Gallery. Yo, this looks so sick. I love Hisuian Typhlosion. Cool little Greedent. Another Shaman. Kind of a pretty good V-Star ability, but probably not good enough. Got the Lucario and the Lucario V-Star from the promo. Bunch of trade-ins. Got 325 credits off of that. Super good. We take those all day long. Another V-Star. Another V-Star. Alright, we are climbing up there in the amount of, like, specifically brilliant stars that's been opened on these. Guess my brother-in-law really liked brilliant stars. Which is super cool. It's a good set. It's a good set. Yo, low-key, the waiting room music on TCG Live kind of bangs. But I got everything to build our Chaladon. It's legitimately sitting right there on my table. You can't quite see it, but you can see that there's a mess of cards, and I promise you that there's no Chaladon deck in there. I just haven't sleeved it up because, like, I haven't found a complete set of sleeves for it, so it's about where we're at. When you have 16 decks built at one point, you end up running low on sleeves. Which actually, my birthday is coming up, and my mom just asked me, what do I want for my birthday? I said, I'm tempted to say Pokemon cards, but those are hard to come by. I might actually ask her for, like, some bulk sleeves, because that would be rather helpful for me as well. But that is to say, my birthday is 1 week from the day you guys are seeing this. My birthday is on the 28th, and this should be going out Wednesday the 21st. So really looking forward to that. Also really heavily looking forward to Destined Rivals, which releases 2 days after my birthday. My buddy and I are going to camp out like crazy. Which is actually kind of funny because yesterday, as of when you guys are seeing this, yesterday GameStop announced that they are no longer doing a 2 per person limit on Pokemon cards. They're doing a 1 person limit instead, which is like kind of harsh, but I get it. I feel like a lot of people went super crazy for the super premium collection. There was like even a couple people in line, even at my local, that brought their significant other with them so that they could get even more copies of it, which, like, you know, man, it is what it is. I'm not gonna debate whether or not it is acceptable or not. Okay. Sorry, I got confused because I grabbed the stack without doing anything with it. Cool. So that is the used stack. There's so many code cards here, guys. You gotta believe me. I'm just confused. I'm literally just a confused little guy. I keep calling myself a little guy, but I'm actually, like, not that little. I'm not, like, a big guy, as, like, you may be able to tell by my framing, but, like, I'm not a little guy. I'm, like, I do be, like, 6 feet tall, so kind of like a pretty average sized adult dude, but I wouldn't necessarily call myself a little guy. I'm a silly little guy. That much is true for sure. Any other silly little guys here? Let's go. If you are a silly little guy who is still here 29 minutes into the video, drop a silly little guy in the comments. Let me know. Trying to see some silly little guys. Alright. Next batch of 10. Let's go. Another set of EV stuff, which is great. That is just trade credits for me. Yo, Amazing Rare, Reshiram. I love the Amazing Rare cards. I think these were super slept on. But, like, oh my gosh, we got a shiny Coughing too. Yo. But absolutely love the Amazing Rares. I love that there was, like, a super colorful effect on them. I love that every Amazing Rare has, like, a rainbow to it. Very cute, very cool. Love me some Crobat, little dark asset. Huh. And put it, dude, on a basic Pokemon, that's actually kind of crazy. That is nuts, dude. Alchemy. Got the EVVMAX, Gmax Cuddle. Yo, you trying to Gmax Cuddle? Yo, we got a Lysander boss orders. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. Lysander was another really, really cool one. I think he was like a pretty good villain. Again, not my favorite artwork of boss's orders. My favorite artwork is definitely the Ghetsis playing chess, but like, we still love Lysander in this house. He's still a cool little guy. I think his relationship with AZ was very, very interesting. Super excited for Pokemon Legends ZA to bring back AZ. Bro, watching that reveal like live, seeing that there was just like a randomly like 8-foot tall dude walking around freaked me out, bro. I know that that's AZ, and then when they finally like started introducing the characters that were shown in the trailer, I got so happy. Especially seeing the Eternal Floette, or the Eternal Flower Floette, pardon me. Very, very cool. That was a Pokemon that was in the game files for like forever, but nothing to really do about it, nothing to use it. Yo, shiny Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon. But I'm really, really excited that that's gonna like be more of a thing, and I'm really, really curious to see what the plot development is, especially as we're trying to like move forward into the future with like the city redevelopments and all the blah blahs. I think it's gonna be really, really exciting. I'm super, super hyped for Pokemon Legends ZA. V-Star. A bunch of V-Star markers in here. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. But again, just super excited for Z to A. I'm excited to see, because like, if we've got city redevelopment planning, like that to me kind of implies like some secret areas of sorts, which I'm really, really excited for. I always love me a secret area. I was just blabbing on about N and the Relic Castle and all that stuff, so like that's really, really cool. But like even dating back to like Pokemon Gold and Silver, I was a huge, huge fan of Pokemon Gold and Silver. Pokemon Gold was the first Pokemon game that I bought. Can't do that because we're already at 10. But that was the first Pokemon game that I bought. I bought it used from GameStop. Was very, very happy and excited for it. And was just absolutely enthralled with the Ruins of Alph. Like, I think that is so, so cool. Just like this Luxray V. Let's go. Nice tie-in. Good segue. Nice little shiny and DD full art? Yo. I have this guy IRL. I pulled this out of a GameStop mystery pack. Fun fact. Got a crazy amount of EVs with Gmax Cuddle. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, try and burn through the rest of these as quick as we can. I think that is a casino card next on my stack. Oh my gosh, it's not. It is a card to an arcade, but it's like one of those like reloadable cards. I'm curious to see where this arcade is. But while I was searching through my brother-in-law's bulk the other morning at the Super Premium release, I found like 2 casino cards. I found his old ID with a punch through it, like all these sorts of things, like expired ID, just random cards. Like just throw it in the card box. Just throw it in the card box, dude. It's fine. Just throw it with the other cards. All right, we are getting kind of close. Try and turbo through these last ones a little bit more because I believe my wife is now home. Yo, super sick. Actually, I have a base set Charizard IRL. It's not the Generations one. It is an actual base set that I got from my roommate. Because my roommate has a bunch of cards from when he was a child. And when I tell you that Charizard card was thrashed, it is kind of thrashed. But I was still excited to have it. Again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Not the world's biggest Charizard fan. And it's not to say that I hate Charizard, right? I just think that Charizard receives too much love when like over 1,000 other Pokemon exist, but whatever, man. People love them. And if you're a company, you got to do the things that make you money. And like, if people are liking what you're doing, you should obviously keep doing what you're doing. Which is to say, if you guys like what I'm doing, drop a like, drop a sub. Nice little segue. Anyway, but yeah, was just like happy to have a base set Charizard because if nothing else, it's good binder bait. Not in the world's greatest condition, but it's still worth a pretty penny. So like, if and when someone actually decides that they want it and like they actually want to try and get it off of me, then I can trade into some pretty decent things. So definitely gets me pretty excited, kind of riled up. Definitely riled up about Luminion V. RIP. It was one of the, this is such a sick art. Luminion V was one of the greatest cards to come out of the Scarlet and Violet era, or the Sword and Shield era rather. Don't yell at me. Or do yell at me, dude. I don't even care. If you yell at me, just know that it will hurt my feelings for a little bit, but I will move on, because that's what we do. The pain, immeasurable. Regardless, we ball. My hair is going a little bit wild today. Little bitty bit wild. Alright, well, circling back for the bajillionth time. If you guys are still here, what deck should I be playing tomorrow? I have basically any deck you can imagine, but my top 3 choices currently are Poison Bridge, Goldengo, or Joltik Box. Been having a whole lot of fun with all 3 of those recently. Considering it is a full best of 3 though, I don't feel as confident playing Archaludon. Although the potential of game 1 just being able to donk somebody to just take a free game feels fairly tempting. Love Zamazenta. Feels fairly tempting just because like then I only need to win 1 more game. Yo, we are getting so many of this Zekrom, it's actually kind of crazy. Love this researched as well. But, like, if we're going to donk our opponent on game 1, then all we have to do is win 1 more game. And, like, surely Archaludon's good enough to win 1 game, right? Yo, got a Latios? Yo, you guys are actually going to love this next one. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Love me some Lugia. Speaking of vintage cards, I also have a Neo Genesis Lugia that I also got off my roommate. Which is kind of crazy. It's not in the best condition, but it's still, like, its condition is so clean, except it has 1 crease. And, like, it's not even a full fold. It's just, like, a crease on one of the sides. Kind of like, if you were to do like one of those, you can like not even see it. That was a terrible example. You can kind of see it on the back. Not really. Anyway, it has a slight crease to it, which unfortunately drops it all the way down to like a damaged copy of a card. Arguably moderately played to the right person, but I don't really like to argue condition. That just sounds like a way to be arguing with someone for no reason, but that is all to say, love me some Lugia. Pokemon Gold may have been the first game that I bought with my own money, but I definitely prefer Lugia as far as the legendaries go. And as far as like their cards go, played against one of my buddies a while ago, the same buddy that's actually going to the Portland Regionals, fun fact. And he was playing his expanded deck for Ho-Oh-V. And that was actually my first time seeing Ho-Oh-V. I don't know if y'all can hear my dogs. That means my wife is actually home now. That is Piplup herself. Mind you, I've mentioned a couple times on the channel that my dog's name is Piplup. But that is her. She is freaking out. She is excited that mom is home. But I was playing with my buddy. He was playing his expanded deck Ho-Oh-V. It's my first time seeing Ho-Oh-V in action. And let me tell you, it was actually like high-key, kind of scary, but we're talking about Ho-Oh versus Lugia. Lugia V-Star absolutely wrecked the game for like a good while. Okay, I'm starting to worry that she is potentially locked out. So we'll do some research on that. What? Okay, she didn't answer my call, but the dogs stopped barking, so I'm assuming that she got inside of the house. And we got a small stack left. Ooh, yo-ho-ho. I just saw that guy IRL not that long ago as well. Didn't trade for it because it's not quite a PC. Yo, this would probably be a PC card, not for the Charizard, but for the Venusaur. Huge Venusaur fan. Huge fan of frogs in real life. So we love frog Pokemon as well by extension. Raichu, massive. Manaphy, oh, I miss you, buddy. Oh, how I miss you. Got the Leafeon V that showed on the front. Nice little promo card, as well as the Leafeon V Star, another promo. I don't know how many. Okay, this one's a reverse. Sure. You're getting a ridiculous amount of Cyrus Boss's orders, though. All right. Approaching the end of the end. Oh my god, this many code cards left. That being said, my sister texted me earlier today, and you know what she said? She said she has more code cards for me. So we'll be back with more code cards soon. Get ready for it. Be happy about it. Be grateful. Just kidding. That's like really rude to say. But anyway, I'm hoping to see more of you for it, because to me, this is a really easy way to open a bunch of digital packs and be able to share Pokemon with y'all and yap about it, while also asking you guys questions like, what decks do you want to see gameplay on? Because like, if we're picking up this many trade credits, we'll be able to pull off some decks. So definitely be able to get some good gameplay going here soon. Alright, got a Drampa, a little Dragon Grandpa V. Chawadod. Yo, we got an Aggron VMAX, and we got the Jolteon with blue in the background. Absolutely massive. And we got 430 trade credits. That's like a lot of trade credits, dude. Give me the code. Give me the code. Alright, we'll try another one. Okay. I'll go back to try this one again. Okay. It already got redeemed. Rip in peace. Alright. Looks like we are actually reaching the end of our stack, which is kind of crazy. It's taken 2 episodes and an hour and a half total to be able to get through all of these cards. Absolutely nutty. But we got 3 more in here. 1, 2, and our last code card for this session. Right there, right in the RMJGG 24. It's 2025 though. Anyway, let's see. Let's open these together. Combi, Noctowl, Fossil, Hisui Typhlosion. Got a Galarian Mr. Rhyme. Let's go. Huge Mr. Rhyme fan, actually, unironically. I know that, yo, NTV. Oh, I miss you, NTV. You make Gouging Fire so much easier. Gouging Fire is high-key really tough to play nowadays. And, I would know. I have tried. I have gone through many variations. Manaphy, I still miss you. Thank you for the trade credit. You are my absolute boy. Snome. Morpeko. Luxio. Got Pincurchin. Let's go. Got Beers. Aww. So much your little Linoon. I love it. Alright, 2 packs left. Let's see. Electabuzz Reverse. Mothim. And our last pack, a Brilliant Stars booster pack. Shroomish. Dibble. Pot Helmet. Magma Basin. This is really our first Magma Basin reverse. That's crazy. And a Galarian Moltres V to cap it off, dude. That's crazy town. Let me get a little better look at you, my dude. No, not the trade credit. No, not Pierce. Wow. Huh. It's a pretty good ability. It's basically a darkness patch, but built in. Oh, that is absolutely crazy. I'll show you guys one more time. We love Galarian Moltres in this house. Oh, he's so pretty. He's so good. All right, dude. We got 19,000 trade credits. We're kind of kind of big chillin' as far as building decks goes. So we're gonna get after it. We're gonna build some decks. Let me know what decks y'all want to see gameplay on. Let me know if you love this Lugia. Let me know what deck I should play at tomorrow's tournament. Once again, we are looking at Joltik Box, Poison Bridge, Goldango. I'm currently leaning towards Joltik Box just because I don't think people will see it coming, and it's a really, really quick and consistent way to be able to sneak up some wins. So I can open some Japanese Glory of Team Rocket to share with you guys. My internet friends, I've been Santa. Y'all have been awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment. I will see you guys next time. I got some slashing tin videos that I'll actually probably upload here in the next day or so, but I think tomorrow, on the day that you guys see this tomorrow, ideally I'll be uploading some Glory of Team Rocket packs being opened. So stay tuned for the tournament report and hopefully some Team Rocket opening. Thank you so much for being here. I've been Santa. You've been awesome. Bye guys. Thank you so much.